Yeah.
You want to like him, but you can't.
Are you listening?
What?
Are you listening?
Did you bring me on this show to insult me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't want it with us, man. We straight gangsters over here,
Straight
man.
gangsters. Yeah, welcome back. You are listening to Scout Team Sports. I am one of your gracious hosts. They call me Loudbeard.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
And all of that is true. And the man across from me, he's got this beautiful golden glow to him. And that would be...
Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined. Hey, I'm just here so I won't get fined.
It's the man with the golden mic. What's going on, guys? It's Wednesday night.
What's up, man with the golden mic? How you doing today?
What's up? Dude, it's Wednesday. I'm ready to cut loose a little bit. Man, shoot. Why does he have it on? Why does he have, why?
Well, for the listeners out there, there is another person in studio. He's wearing blue and orange for some university in the state of Florida that nobody even really knows about.
Exactly.
And that would be...
Yeah, it's your boy Chris America coming to you live.
Cut his mic. Cut
Man,
his
my
mic.
mic is cutting in and out already.
Cut his
Oh,
mic.
What is
man.
going on here? Hold
See, that's
hold
what
on.
happens when you wear
Loose
that
cords.
orange and blue.
Loose cords.
Listen, my nitro is bigger than yours.
What?
Yes.
You're what?
Yes.
You call him Nitro?
Yes.
Oh,
That's what
yeah.
his name
if
is.
if you gotta call
each
him
and every
something
night.
like that, you know he's not
I
really
think it's
explosive.
the kinks are getting worked out here.
He ain't got no kinks.
Poor Chris America, he's got the bad spare or something of that nature. And his microphone, it does cut out from time to time. It may be intentional, it may not be, but
It's intentional.
we are the Scout Team. We're coming at you tonight after dark. It is a beautiful winter evening here in Central Florida, and we love being on 12-ounce Sports Radio. We come at you live each and every morning, 6 a.m. and again at 11 a.m., but Wednesday nights we bring you something special. We bring it to you a little bit more raw, a little bit more cutting edge.
Oh, baby, I like it. Right.
And that's when we come at you with Scout Team After Dark. And we are here and we're ready to talk about all the great stuff going on in the world of sports. And right now, the hottest thing of hottest things is the Cleveland Cavaliers. Okay, I can't even say that with a straight face.
Yeah.
But they just traded one of their big pieces, Kyle Korver. That's it. They're trying to tank now. They're done. Season's over. I hope LeBron doesn't know of all these things the Cavaliers are trying to do.
That was their tanking. That when Kyle Korver went away. That was the when they tanked.
They had a big weekend. They won 2 in a row.
But this is the tanking.
Yeah, now they're tanking.
Okay.
I mean, you can get rid of a guy like Kyle Korver. They're basically setting your whole season up for failure. Like, they are ready now. They are ready to just suck it up. And they every night that they see Zion Williamson go out and completely kill it for the Duke Blue Devils, they say to themselves, well, maybe we could get the next LeBron James in this back to Cleveland, and Zion could be the next hope. He's just killing it at Duke. They did have a loss in the last tournament that they were in, but he scored 25 the other night to take out, I don't even remember who they were playing. I didn't care because all I wanted to see was Zion. Nothing? Come on, you guys are killing me over here. Nobody's got anything to say.
Zion.
You don't like him, huh? You're not a big fan of the high school kid going to college one year and then just jetting? Not a big fan of that, huh?
No, it doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I've seen him play like twice, so it might be a little biased. He might be ready, but man, I just have a problem throwing those kids up to the NBA right away like that. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I've always had a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? LeBron or Kobe are exceptions to the rule, but I just don't like the policy. One and done.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It needs to be all in or all out or 3-year commitment like college football, and we could go on about that for hours, but going back to the real subject that matter here, the Cleveland Cavaliers. To me,
We're still talking about the Cleveland
yeah, I
Cavaliers.
like talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trade Kyle Korver over to the Utah Jazz. Jazz are trying to get a little bit of help. I don't think they've started out this year as well as they would have liked, but that's okay because they've got the big gun, Kyle Korver. Yes, he doesn't like to play defense. Yes, he is slow, but yeah, he can still drain that three. So probably doesn't do anything in the world of the NBA other than makes news for the Cavs. Cavs want to stay in the news, right? Like, ever since LeBron left, they got to keep it going. You think Baker Mayfield could start for the Cleveland Cavaliers right
No,
Yeah.
now?
They just need to let J.R. Smith loose. Let J.R. Smith
Let
run
him
around
go?
the- Yeah, no. Let him loose. Like, let him be J.R. And they'll still be in the news. They'll be in the news every night if they let J.R. be J.R. Give him a Hennessy an hour, a fifth of Hennessy an hour. He'll be straight. He'll have a great time.
They should bring in the Dallas writers and maybe like stage, like have the lights go out like in the middle of the game, and then they come back on and JR is shot, quote unquote, and then we spend the rest of the season trying to figure out who shot JR.
It's a good idea.
I would pay attention to Cleveland Cavalier games after that.
Who shot
That's
JR?
just bad, man.
That's a good storyline.
That's horrible.
I'm going to say it was Sting out of the rafters with the baseball
Ooh,
bat.
Sting.
That's the ticket.
We're going that way. It's always NWO.
Holy crap.
The best faction
life.
ever. Should have tweeted that at
At AW iPod.
Yep, a work in progress. They like to watch themselves some 90s wrestling.
Never really watch wrestling, man.
Top 10 wrestlers in your life. Go, Golden Mike.
Okay, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan,
Yes, yes,
Ric Flair.
yes. He just ran out of names.
Yeah, I ran out of names.
Junkyard Dog.
No, I don't even know who that guy is. There was a junkyard dog. Wait. No.
Doink the Clown.
Nah, that wasn't a wrestler.
Doink is one of my favorites by far.
Hey, listen.
The Dudley Boys.
listen, who
You'd
is-
like the Dudley Boys because they
who
were
is-
twin brothers. One was black, one was white.
It's kind
They
of
were-
like you
They were
two.
twin brothers.
You
Yeah.
two.
Totally legit. Dudley Boys. Look them up. They were fun.
No, I'm fine. I don't want to look him up. Who was the big black guy? It was a big black guy.
Oh, that was Bubba Ray Dudley. Was it Bubba Ray or was it Stevie Ray?
No, it was Bubba Ray Dudley, and Stevie Ray wasn't one of them. I forget the other guy's name.
Now I'm going to have to look
It's
this up.
He was a big black
Davon
guy.
or something like
Yeah,
that.
Devon. No. Oh, D'Lo Brown, another great
Yeah,
wrestler.
that's right. All right.
Then you had the Godfather.
No.
Come on aboard the Whoo train.
Yeah, that
And
one
then
was
he'd
pretty
have a
bad.
whole bunch of hoes come out.
The Hitman.
Bret the Hitman Hart.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember him. Dude.
Oh, the sharpshooter, man. Once you got locked into the sharpshooter, you were done.
I'm about out.
Just game overes.
Which one was more game over, the figure four leg lock by Ric Flair or the sharpshooter by Bret the Hitman Hart?
Definitely the figure four, because you could actually pin somebody in the figure four leg lock, but it can also be reversed to where you're in the figure four leg lock if you just roll over.
You guys
That's
lost
a good
me.
one.
You guys
That's a
lost
good
me.
one.
I'm done.
Then you got Kurt Angle, which Kurt Angle, if he put you in the ankle leg lock, if it was standing, you had a chance. But the second he dropped to the mat with that thing, it was game overes.
Nope. None of those. None of those are ringing a bell. You guys are out there.
We went from JR to Dallas to who shot JR to Kurt Angle leg lock.
That's a good connection. Absolutely.
I'm not sure. 'Cause
I think we should play a new
like
game
out
on
here.
Scout Team Sports called 7 Ways to Kurt Angle Ankle Leg Lock.
No. No, we should not.
It's not a bad idea.
That's a horrible idea.
Not a bad idea at all.
Nope. No. We're not playing that game.
So, Golden Mike, since you have had time to think about this, are you still happy with your CFP rankings? You talked this morning about how great they were and how the committee does such an amazing job. Are you still
Listen,
feeling good about that crap?
Listen. I did not give him all those compliments. I started the hashtag burn it all down. Hashtag burn it all down.
He said, what? Florida State's not in the top 4? Hashtag
Whoa.
burn it all down.
No, don't even go there, man.
Burn, baby,
Ain't
burn.
nobody worry about
Disco
Florida
is
State in
burn
any CFP rankings. You better not be. But listen,
Did you call me a button up bee?
you better not be.
You better not be.
Wait, so was Florida State tanking to get the first overall pick? I think I heard that Willie Taggart
they need a
said
quarterback.
that we're tanking so we can get a quarterback.
At least he's got some strategy. That's more than I've seen out of him all year.
I think he wants Zion
Williamson.
Zion Williamson.
Bring him out of Duke.
Well, y'all, hey, look, man.
Hey, look, man.
You got a year. You got it.
Hey,
Get that out of the way.
you've been
Get
all
it out of the way.
The whole entire existence of the show.
Yes,
you've
I've
been
ragging on
nothing
you.
but ragging on me.
I
man.
have. So
It's
it is
my
what it
time
is.
now.
It's your time. Go ahead.
All
You
right,
can
all right.
rag it.
So
I got something for Golden Mike here. Yeah,
What?
I guess you can join in too here, Chris America. So ESPN did a poll, and 61,000 people voted. So this is
Yep.
a pretty wide number of people. We can't say that this is skewed. It's 61,000. And it had 4 people on here that could be the final team in the CFP top 4. So we know Alabama, Clemson, and Notre Dame are in right now because they're undefeated. And the 4th team, we've got teams that are at 20%, 23%, 23%, and 34%. I'm going to give you these 4 teams, and you've got to tell me which one is which. So Georgia, Ohio State, Oklahoma, or UCF. The lowest one at 20% out of those 4 teams, Georgia, Ohio State, Oklahoma, or UCF. Who would you say voted by the Americans? The people have spoken. Who is the least vote getter as the last 4 final team?
Oklahoma, where the
Oklahoma.
wind comes sweeping down the plains. Oklahoma, where the waving wheat can sure smell sweet. And then it's Ohio State.
It's mother effing Ohio State.
Yeah.
Ohio
If you
State.
lose that bad to Purdue, you should not be in this conversation. Good night, Ohio State fans.
Okay. So
You
that's
mean
the
like
4th
good UCF night, Ohio
Oh, it's their nightmare.
State
All
fans?
right. So keep going. So
All
the
right.
third.
So we got 23% and 23%
Okay.
and then 34%.
Okay. So who's left?
So we got Georgia,
Georgia,
Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
UCF.
All right. It's Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is one of the 23% teams.
Yeah, that's third. And then Georgia's second.
Georgia's second with 23%. Does that
UCF.
sound right?
Yep.
Anthony, is that who you would guess?
Who put this poll out?
ESPN.
34% UCF. This is legit. I'm going to show it to you right now. ESPN, the mothership, the sports turd, the all-knower of all-knowing
I
things.
saw this poll earlier, and I took 2 takeaways from this. One, this shows that UCF's fan base is huge, and the Big 12 should take notice. And 2, that outside of UCF fan base, because it's not like it's the most largest fan base by any means, but it's still very large and should take notice, that 2, the rest of the sports world is tired of seeing an undefeated team get left out. They're tired of seeing a team go 24-0, and they're still given no shot.
Or
so
3, this poll was done in Central Florida and only
No,
released in Central
yeah.
It's
Florida. for like the last-
ESPN. It's probably started in Connecticut. That's where things get started.
I mean, yes, does Disney own ESPN? Sure.
But there's a Disneyland in
There's a
California. This
conspiracy.
could have been
There's
California.
a conspiracy to this.
There's
Oh,
a Disneyland
look,
in China and
look,
Japan.
Look, man, I already told you UCF being left out is not fair. Burn it all down.
Now, see,
Well,
I
I'm
had
just-
another takeaway from this, though. My takeaway, it's not just the UCF fans. It's the other fans. Think of how many teams are in the group of 5 that have fans that want their team to have a shot if they were ever in that situation. Cincinnati fans, Memphis fans, fans of USF. Yeah, they probably hate UCF because it's a rival, but if they knew if they were in that same position as USF was undefeated right now and they were being left out, they would want to burn down the system.
You know who else? We're not even talking about. You're talking about group of 5 teams. I'm going to talk about Kentucky fans, Mississippi State fans. Let's see, Wake Forest fans. Who else can we throw in there? Maybe some Utah fans, because you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that if Mississippi State was under the same situation Alabama was in last year, there's no way in hell Mississippi State doesn't go to an SEC championship and backs their way into a playoff.
There's no way. Only Alabama can do that.
I mean, Ohio State can do it as well. We've
Ohio
seen
State
that
has
before.
done it before.
But they got left out because of the one team last year that could
Right.
leave them out, and that was
That's
Alabama.
I think that was just a course correction from the year before, but whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
no, it could have been. It could have been them saying, "Hey, you got shut out by Clemson last year, so you don't get to go." But
is that the right thing? Each year should be independent, right?
no, it should.
It should, but look, dude, I don't know what to tell you, man. It is what it is. Like, if it sits, UCF's still not in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I mean, how do you change it?
I mean, you can go to scoutteamsports.com or scoutteamradio.com. That's the website, right? Scoutteamradio.com.
Yeah, that's the one.
Scroll down to about a month ago, and you can find the episode called Chris America Fixes College Football. Go ahead and click on that one. Download that episode. Listen to it. I map out how you fix college football. But, guys, I got a more important top 10 list, a more important top 10 ranking that we're screwing up worse than college football.
I'm going to need another beer for this one.
We'll go get another beer.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go.
I found this
Hey,
list
can you grab me one too?
while you're up. My mic went out again. There it goes. Stupid mic. All right, so I found a dating app did a research study on the top 30 locations people go on a first date. Now, for Mr. Golden Mike over there,
I like this.
He hasn't been on a first date since like 3rd grade to
What was that?
so
Like
was like Chuck E. Cheese.
37 years ago? 50 years ago?
What else? Leaps and bounds. You went, dang, this stupid mic.
I don't know if it's the mic or the cable.
Yeah, leaps and bounds. You took her to leaps and bounds on
We
your first
did not
date?
go to Chuck E. Cheese, okay?
Where'd you go? The skating rink? You went to Cimarron Skateway?
No, we didn't go to skate.
Did you guys couple skate? You're like, all right. You're like going up to your boys like, okay, guys. Like next couple skate, I'll ask her, okay? All right, guys. Here's couple skate number 3 of the night.
All right,
no,
and we got
next
all
time.
right,
Next
we
time.
got
you
some
ready?
couple skate music for you.
Are you ready? That wasn't it.
Yeah.
Our
Get
first
funky,
date.
funky.
Our first date.
Get funky, funky.
I took her to the movies, and we saw The Prince of Egypt.
Dang.
Prince of Egypt.
The Prince of Egypt.
I don't even remember that.
That's how old I am.
That was a cartoon, wasn't
It
it?
was a cartoon.
It was a-
Oh
it was-
yeah.
Wasn't it? It's
I
like a
don't-
Bible thing,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
look at you.
man! Look at you. He's like, I'm a good boy.
Yeah,
I like
Afterwards,
Jesus.
we're gonna read the Bible for 30 minutes and pray over our food.
Yo, it's after.
I'm not gonna make fun
It's
of
Scout
religious
Team
people.
After Dark, so it is what it is. But
It's like, I didn't mean to
Yeah.
grab you there. I was going for my Bible.
we were not being
Whoops.
very religious at that movie that night.
Bro, there's kids in the theater, man. What are you
We
doing?
were kids.
What are you
Whoa.
I was a kid. I'm just saying. Hey, look, it is.
doing? What he really means is he bunted onto first base, which means he put his hand on her knee.
Yeah. Hand on the knee.
And he slid it up to the.
Hey, that's Mrs. Golden Mike you're talking about. You
Yeah.
can relax, homie.
Do you remember your first date with Mrs. Loudbeard?
Yeah,
Where was it?
a bar.
Nice.
It's where we roll.
There you go. Yeah.
Was it a dive bar or was it at least like a was it like a ale house?
No, it was kind of divish. It was my hangout.
Was it the
After-
library? Was it the library?
No, Devaney's
Devaney's, okay.
on the corner of Goldenrod and University.
That is kind of a dive bar.
It is
Yeah.
a dive bar. I used to hang out there all the time. They did karaoke Friday nights. We were regulars.
Nice.
Bro,
Why do
should-
we not go there?
We should go back and relive all
This
of our
was a long
first
time
dates.
ago.
I don't want to go watch the Prince of Egypt in the
Why
movie theater
not?
while you do whatever the nasty things you did.
Hey,
Hey, that's Mrs. Golden Mike. You don't talk about her
exactly,
like
you
that.
wanna
That is
watch your
Mrs.
mouth.
Golden Mike.
All right, we should all go. All right, first date. What's your first date?
With Miss America?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, so here's what happened. So we first of all, we met online. We met on blackpeoplemeet.com.
What the fuck?
She told me she was Jaquanda. It was not Jaquanda at all. It was Jennifer.
Oh, yeah.
But she was very disappointed that I wasn't Dewan, so
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
y'all know she has a son, right? And I was supposed to pick her up at her place, and we were going to go out to just I didn't really have a plan. I was just going to go to like one of those local sports bars because she used to live over by UCF. So I was going to take her to like, what do they got over there? Like a Duffy's or something of that sort.
Yeah. There's a Duffy's, an ale
know.
house, B-dubs.
But her roommate at the time didn't come home when she said she was supposed to come home, so she didn't have anybody to watch her son. So we just hung out on our back porch, had a couple of, sangrias, and talked about how we both were not Jaquanda and Dewan on blackpeoplemeet.com.
Bro. I swear to God.
That's better than Farmers Only.
It is better than Farmers.
Did you have any luck on Farmers Only, Anthony?
Never been to Farmers Only.
I don't even think.
I've never
I don't
been,
even
but I'd
think.
like to
hold
try
on.
it.
I don't even think AOL Instant Messenger was out when he went on his first
they
date with.
weren't, dude. We had house phones. We had house phones.
Mom, I'm on the line. Get off the phone.
Exactly. We used to
Mom.
We used to wait the Friday night when everybody was asleep. All right, I'm gonna call you. And I'm gonna call you exactly at this time. And ring, and pick it up real fast. Did I hear the phone ring? No. And just stay on the phone all night and fall asleep.
This
Wake up
is
the next
how
morning.
you would answer the phone when she would call you.
Who's your daddy?
No. Anthony Mack, being the whitest person on the show,
Whoa, what?
would answer the phone like this: Yellow,
Yellow.
yellow.
What?
How you doing?
Something's wrong with you guys. Seriously.
Sure, I can take a survey. I have time to answer your questions.
Oh man. But yeah, we used to stay on the phone all night, fall asleep. Little kid stuff. Stay on the phone till you fall asleep. Wake up, it's like, hey, are you here? Yeah, all right. I'll talk to you later. Like, we really weren't talking the last 6 hours anyway. But Yeah.
All right, so
Cool story, bro.
top 10. I used to fall asleep and then I wake up to the busy tone
he used to do that
when the
too.
phone disconnects and you leave
Yeah.
it open.
Yeah, he used to do that too.
Oh, the good old days.
Good old days.
All right, so what would you say would be the number one? What do you think is the number one first date location that people go to?
Movies.
No, not the movies. It has to be.
I'm not saying it's the best.
It
I'm
has
just
to be-
saying it's the
it
one.
has to be food. It has to be restaurants.
Yeah, they're all restaurants on this
Yeah, there
list.
are. There are.
Fudge.
So
Fudge.
wait, so it's a location.
Yeah, it's a
So-
restaurant location. First date. A
Perkins.
dating app did a research study, and they said these are
Perkins?
Perkins. Yeah, man.
That's where Tiger
Bro.
Man.
Tiger Woods, y'all.
Yeah, that was Tiger.
Tiger
though.
Tiger Woods,
I
y'all.
have to say, it's probably Red Lobster, and their food is so disgusting.
Ooh, no.
Their food is
no,
so. Yeah,
not
I
Red
guarantee
Lobster.
you, it's Red Lobster.
How about Olive Garden?
Olive Garden's worse.
It is worse,
Hold
but
on, I'm
if you're
looking.
going,
There's no Red
crappy-
Lobster. This is a top 30 list. I don't see Red Lobster on this list.
These are all restaurants.
Olive Garden is 7.
Yes.
God dang.
Take that. All right.
Okay, Kobe's.
No, I mean I'm telling you, this is a bad list.
It's a it has to be like at least you take him to Red Lobster. Like Beyonce. You fuck me good.
All right. How about this? How about
Red
this?
Lobster.
McDonald's.
No, no, come on, bro.
God,
No.
people can't afford all this fancy shit. Come on, man.
No, bro.
Why are you
Hold on,
keeping
hold
the
on,
poor
hold on,
people
hold on.
down?
Now, if
Hold
you're gonna take a girl, okay, Red Lobster is there. It's number 16. If you're gonna take a girl to fast food, you gotta
7,
take her
16.
to Chick-fil-A.
Is that
That's
on
the
there?
number one.
No. I'm saying if
Oh,
you're
okay.
going to fast food, it's
Yeah,
Chick-fil-A
yeah,
all
it's
the way.
probably Chick-fil-A.
So it's got to be a national
Unless
chain.
they're allergic
Yes.
to
This is
peanut
where you're
oil.
taking somebody.
Especially during October, this is where you're gonna take every single white girl.
Bennigan's.
No.
Bennigan's.
No, wait, that's for.
Bennigan's
In
been
the month of
closed for
October,
years.
you definitely take a basic white bitch to this place.
Oh,
Starbucks.
Yeah,
Starbucks.
Starbucks.
number one
Wow,
first
dude.
date
I was
That's
thinking
location.
of
still a
food.
cheap date. Yeah, I was thinking of food, but that's
You were
still a
laughing
cheap
at
date.
McDonald's? People taking them to Starbucks? Would you like a scone with your fucking
But
latte?
I mean, no, but it makes sense though. You're like usually on a first date, you either go get a drink or you go get a
better
cup
put
of
out. I
coffee.
bought you a scone.
Yeah,
That
You
was-
better put out.
That was $7, girl.
yeah, seriously. Oh, you want some extra whipped cream on that? Oh, man,
shit.
you're gonna have
Hell
to
yeah.
work for that.
Yeah.
All right, so you
Oh,
ready for
no.
the rest? Number 10. Like seriously, if a dude takes you to this place, just don't go Applebee's. Like just don't.
Oh God,
Like, what do you-
Applebee's is the
I don't
worst.
know that bacon and macaroni.
The only
and
reason
cheese
you
is
need to
good.
go to Applebee's, there's 2 reasons. Sorry, there's 2 for ones, always at Applebee's,
I thought that was Chili's.
and there's always
No, it's
like
Applebee's.
40
Chili's is 9.
40 to 50-year-old divorcees always hanging out at the Applebee's bar.
Applebee's to me is the worst, absolute worst chain restaurant. I
Listen.
how that makes it. That's why they're still dating and they're not married.
Listen, I hear all this stuff about Applebee's. Look, I think we're gonna have to see for ourselves.
No, I already know. I've been there. I don't want to go back.
You know,
I've been there too. I mean, you know what? Do you
I'm
want to do a
good.
live episode there?
Pass.
Dude, we should
I
go there.
pass.
Do a live episode.
Bro, like, I want to see it for myself. I haven't seen it. Like,
Have a 45-year-old divorcee sit down. So you're on marriage number 4 now. How you doing?
so I've been with my wife, so I don't go out and I cook, so I don't go out
Yeah.
in all those places.
No,
but
it's you will hate the food. The food is like as generic out of the
I
like.
once had a macaroni and cheese and bacon from there that was decent.
Yeah.
Yeah, decent.
Dude, what was when you were kids and there was the
That's when it
TV
peaked.
dinner with the penguin on it? What was that? The kid
Hungry Man.
Oh, the little
Oh,
lean
Kid Cuisine.
Kid Cuisine. Kid
dinner.
Cuisine's better than Applebee's.
Holy.
My kids love Kid Cuisines. They love them. They love them more than Applebee's.
The only thing I
True
loved,
story.
the only thing I loved was that little brownie that bakes inside the tray, and then you gotta
Yeah.
like try to scoop
Scrape it out.
everything out of there.
That's so disgusting.
All right.
It was chocolate goodness before it got baked.
Number
Liquidy.
9, In-N-Out Burger. We don't have those here.
We used to down
Was
on
it-
Colonial.
Yeah,
was
down by
Whataburger.
UCF.
Oh,
Oh,
it was Whataburger.
Oh, it was
Yes,
Whataburger.
That was
yeah.
Whataburger. No, In-N-Out's
Hey, that's-
primarily
and
West
that's
Coast,
done
right?
now,
Or
right?
only West
that
Coast.
Whataburger's
Yeah,
done.
it got turned, or yeah, it.
turned like ice cream shop or something. I passed it.
No, the
other
ice cream
day.
shop was next to it. It
That's
was
right.
empty for a long time. They probably converted it now because they've built up everything,
Yeah,
everything
I
everywhere.
rode past it the other day. I'm like, oh man, it used to be a Whataburger.
I know the economy when it tanked, Whataburger went down with it.
Damn it.
All right, keep
All right.
going.
let's see. Chili's, number 8.
Baby back ribs,
Yeah, I can
barbecue
see that.
sauce.
We already mentioned Olive Garden. Number 6, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Oh, that makes sense. B-dubs.
Mm,
That's like what you did on your first date. At least you intended on
yeah,
it.
we intended going somewhere. Yeah, you're right.
mhm.
Hooters. Give me a
Here's the
Hooters.
worst one. Texas Roadhouse.
Why is that one the
No,
worst?
I actually
Because it's like just so messy, and it's like
I
usually
know
when I think
that's
of,
awesome.
when I think of
though.
first date, I think like you kind of get a little bit casual,
Aw,
dressy.
see, that's
Oh,
the-
you
that's
you
the
have like
problem
a
with this guy.
peanut shell fight. You eat your peanuts and then you throw the shells at each other. It's romantic.
That's the problem with dating nowadays, man. Everybody expects it to be like just. I would rather go somewhere and actually see the real.
Well,
you.
no, I mean
I can
these
wear
are-
my tuxedo
this
shirt
is-
there
this
without
list-
a problem.
This list right here, this list tells you right here that it is just comfortable, relaxed.
Yeah,
Like I haven't
okay.
listed a single place where you got to dress up for.
Are you kidding me? Olive Garden?
Olive
You
Garden.
got
Yeah.
Sunday best.
You got to at least wear jeans.
yeah,
With
In
the
a
ones
button-
without the holes.
with,
Yeah.
the, with the tie. Right?
Got to at least
What
wear
about-
a polo.
I'm gonna wear my fancy jorts that night.
All right, here's a fancy one. All right, the first fancy one on the list, the Cheesecake Factory.
I hate the Cheesecake Factory. There's too many items on the menu.
Too many cheesecakes. That
I
you
can't
wanna
ever
eat.
figure. No, the cheesecakes are delicious. I'm giving you
No,
that.
but I'm saying there's
Cheesecakes
even
good.
just a lot where you're like, oh,
Oh
my
my
god, I
God.
want all of them.
I can't figure it out.
And that food, you talk about generic food. That food tastes generic.
Yeah.
I've never found anything there that I'm like, wow. And the menu's got 8,000 things, and I'm like, I still don't know.
No, they
what I'm
serve
gonna
like
order.
they
What
serve
I
like
cook.
Applebee's style food, but the restaurant itself, at least the one here in Winter Park, looks like a damn
Yeah, looks
five
like-
Hey,
star
it's
restaurant.
fancy AF. AF, remember that?
Yeah,
AF.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what all the kids
yeah.
say.
All right, now the
I
other.
gotta cook you food, by the way. If you think cheesecake is good, Cheesecake Factory food is
Now
good.
I don't know how you
I
guys
know.
are,
I didn't say the food was good. I said the cheesecake was good.
Okay.
but this place always feels fancy to me. Like I feel like I at least need to be in a business attire. Panera Bread.
Oh, I love Panera.
Panera Bread.
No, not
Nicholas.
really. It's like a lunch place. I don't even go there
But
for
it's
dinner.
but it's just so fancy and clean and like
They have good
everybody in there, like I
bagels.
said, everybody goes there for business meetings. So I feel like I'm out of place when I'm coming in like my bathing suit and a tank top.
Dude, I used to go. I know it was once upon a time, but I used to
like a
work
fairy
out.
tale.
I used to work out, and then I used to go to Panera Bread to, get breakfast. And I just walk in there with sweats and T-shirts. You know what I'm saying? So,
You have sweaty balls?
absolutely sweaty balls.
Mm.
Don't own my sweaty balls, bro. Don't do that.
All right, we just got a tweet in. Ian Hall, who is one of our good friends and listener of the show, he says, at Scout Team Radio, I met my wife at a bar with Karaoke Fridays, story tomorrow. Oh, Ian, you and I, we are on the same
Come
page. We are on the
Karaoke.
same page. Yeah, I have no shame in saying it. I met my wife
Is that
at
on
a bar.
Is that gonna be on What's Up Sports or
Yeah, which
or the KO,
yeah,
the
Ian,
kicker and the outlaw?
give us the rundown. Which
details.
show? I mean, now that the
Now that
rehab
Rehab
sports
Sports
guys
Guy's
are back, it's unbelievable. Your Honor,
All that.
we want to know. I'm waiting for him to tweet.
Final place number 2 was Chipotle.
Oh, I love Chipotle for lunch. I would never, ever go there on a date.
I
But
would.
kids these days.
Oh yeah, I would.
Kids these days.
Chipotle's the cool place to work at for kids nowadays. Man.
Is it?
Yeah, I would believe so. Right?
I would have thought it would be like okay, so this is another place they don't have everywhere. Tijuana Flats, I felt like, is where all the cool kids.
Now, the thing about Chipotle
still
is
the
very
Chipotle,
relaxed
man.
on their dress code. You always see kids with, like, piercings on their face and, like,
Yeah.
dreads and, like,
That's
tattoos showing.
that's
And you're like,
absolutely the
this
cool
is a
place to work.
progressive joint.
That's the cool
So
place to work.
I have
at
a good
nowadays.
observation that I make when I go into fast food places. Do you ever notice that fast food places always hire the same type of person? I feel like no matter what McDonald's you go to, you're going to see a type of person. If you go to Tijuana Flats, it's going to be another type of person. Chick-fil-A, like all the Chick-fil-A girls are like cookie cutter, the same girls at all the same Chick-fil-A's. And they barely ever hire guys at Chick-fil-A. You ever notice that
I
too?
believe that about Chick-fil-A. I believe that about maybe McDonald's and Burger King. I don't believe that about Tijuana.
You don't think so? I feel like all
Tijuana
Tijuana
Flats,
Flats
no.
girls have like the piercings and the tattoos, and they're a little bit more like emo millennial
Okay, I'll give you that, but it's still.
tight jeans.
it's
I
still
got the
different,
rundown.
though.
Yeah,
Got the
all right, go
rundown.
ahead.
Ian, thank you again for tweeting in. If for all the listeners out there, you can hit us up on Twitter at Scout Team Radio. We will read your tweets live on the air, like we are doing right now with Ian Hall at Ian Hall _12OZSR. And Ian says KO Sports Talk is back Tuesdays through Thursdays, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Time on 12 Ounce Sports Radio. If you are listening live, you are listening to the Scout Team coming at you after dark on 12 Ounce Sports Radio. And we have a ton of other great shows on the station, including The Kicker and The Outlaw. They do their own sports talk show, 2 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on 12 Ounce Sports Radio, Tuesdays through Thursdays. Make sure you listen in. It is a fantastic show. Thank you again, Ian, for tweeting at us. And to all the other listeners out there, you can tweet at us at any time, and we will read that crazy-ish on the air.
So is a sports game a good first date idea or a bad first date idea?
If she's in athletics, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's in athletics.
I guess it depends on your team too. Like if you're gonna be like acting like a madman, maybe you don't show that side first date.
What if you do the full football experience where you tailgate ahead of time, you get trashed when the opponents, like other fans of the other team are walking by, you start yelling at them obscenities, you're like a crazy Eagles fan, for example, and you're just going at it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? You're showing her like from the get-go, like, hey, you get what you get.
Yeah,
this is me.
I do actually operate that way when I was single. Is hey, I'm not gonna sit here and prance around and pretend like I'm somebody else. Like I want to know right now if you're able to hang with this.
Exactly.
Because I don't got time, man. Once you're past 25, 30 years old, you don't got time to be like trying to trick some girl into liking you and then hoping that she sticks around when the real you shows up.
no, yeah.
Hell no, man. Like I don't got time for that.
I feel bad for these guys out here dating, man. Dude, just be yourself all times, man. You got to be something different. It's probably not worth it, man.
Yeah. Now, if you do that scenario where, let's say, you're on a date with a girl, you invite her to come out to your tailgate party, is that considered a date, or because there's a group, it's not really a date?
No, it could be a date.
I think officially it's a date, but it's not like a formal date. It's
Like
more
get
of
to know you.
a get to know you. Yeah.
Well, it's probably like the third date anyway, not like the first date.
No,
right?
first date. You got to go full force, man.
First date?
If it's if it's a group, like, hey,
To
come
your
out and hang out with my
tailgate?
friends. A
'Cause
lot
that's
of times
sometimes-
people like to
you
do that
don't-
because you don't want to get stuck in that one-on-one situation when you're totally like, holy shit, I need to get out of here.
Especially
if it's a group, you
yeah.
can kind of like start ignoring them and hope they go away.
Especially if the
No.
group kind of sets you up
Holy
too. Like
crap,
if she's
man.
part of like one half of the group and you're part of the other half of the group, and they're like, "Hey, we know this girl. She's single. Why don't you, here's her number. Give her a call. Kind of get to know her, and then we'll all meet up at the tailgate at UCF game or
I
something."
guess it depends on how you met, but if I met you at a bar somewhere,
Or like,
the first date's not going to be out with a group of people.
Hey, I just met you.
No,
and this is
we're
crazy.
not doing this. Stop singing to me.
here's my number.
Stop.
So call me maybe.
I'll show you guys a video soon.
Uh-oh, I don't.
Oh,
I
he's
don't,
whispering
wow.
it to us. It
Not
got
like
weird.
that. Not like
Things
that,
got
you
really weird.
jackrabbits.
What
But
are you
still.
talking about? Tell us your video.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, guys. Well, I think it is time for a quick commercial break. When we get
Beer
back,
run.
when we get back from our quick commercial break, we will find out if Anthony Mack's video is the official version of his sex tape that got leaked in 1984.
When I'm working hard, I build up a thirst for sports. That's when I grab a cold 12-ounce sports radio. Ah, 12-ounce sports radio. Quench your sports thirst.
Oh, guess who it is? Did you know the station had a janitor? Oh, yeah, the Jefe, otherwise known as Beck. And it's Beck's Work Week in Review live on 12-Ounce Sports Radio every Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch interviews, special guests, and the recap of the week's news and headlines and box scores and results. It's Beck's Work Week in Review live on 12-Ounce Sports Radio.
Scout Team listeners and friends of the show, I've got something special for you. It looks like 12-Ounce Sports Radio has done it again. We have partnered with Rally House. You just go to the website, 12ozsportsradio.com. Click on the banner on the right side of the page, and it will take you directly to Rally House. Rally House has some of the greatest, most unique sports items for that diehard fan, casual fan, and anybody and everybody out there that is special in your life. So go ahead and check it out. Once again, go to that website, 12ozsportsradio.com. Click on the banner to the right of the page, and you will get taken to the best sports merchandise website on all of the interweb. Do you own a small business? Are you looking for solutions to all of your communications? Are you looking problems for and solutions challenges that you have?
For your I small am.
Check
business?
out Ring
I am.
Central. Check it out. Give them a call. They have Give them a partnered call with now. 12ouncesportsradio.com to give you the best rates on all of your business and
That's how
office
I
solutions
pick up my
for
first date.
communication. Give them a call today. We have a
Call 'em,
dedicated line for
maybe.
all of the 12-ounce sports radio listeners. It is 1-877-779-3860.
I don't like this commercial.
You will get a representative
Getting rid
on
of
the
it
phone
now.
who will help you with all of your small business communication.
Hey girl, call me up on my Ring Central phone. We'll go out later.
Call me on my flip phone.
You can call me on my beeper.
Woo!
When I find a payphone, I'll call you back. It will be on collect. So accept charges, please, baby.
Is that a song?
Hey, we just got informed that Mrs. Golden Mike and Mr. Golden Mike are going out on a date after this episode. They got inspired.
Oh, yeah. Where are you guys going?
We're going out for actually a friend's birthday. So it's
Tonight?
not really a date. Yeah.
Tonight?
No, we just discussed if it's in a group setting, it's still a date.
It's not dating after 20
Date
years,
night.
bro.
Oh, man.
Now, is it
Being
only
with my
officially
wife.
a date if it finishes just
Oh,
right?
yeah. When the
All right, it's a date.
Listen,
Listen, we're Scout Team Sports. We make love happen.
listen.
Scout Team is for lovers. Is it the mic or the cord? What do you think it is?
I think he's holding on to it too tight.
All right.
Release
keeps
it.
wiggling it.
Just let it go, bro.
Hey, if you play with it too much,
Scout
you'll go
Team
blind.
Sports.
Or deaf because you can't hear yourself.
Scout Team Sports. We make love happen.
Hey, listen.
Scout Team is for
Hey,
lovers.
listen. Every time, no matter what time, is okay with me and Mrs. Golden Mike. Okay, I don't need to go out to get that to happen.
But you do need Scout Team Sports.
And
We make the love happen.
Scout
Hey,
Team Sports.
we're the little blue pill of
Be honest.
sports radio.
Be honest.
And you definitely need us.
You
Don't
you
need you
you
guys
you put Scout
at
Team
all.
Sports on
No,
to set the mood.
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
You love it when I hate on LeBron.
Oh, yeah. He's like,
Something's
he's
wrong
in
with you,
bed and
bro.
he's like, Loudbeard, talk about UCF. Talk about UCF, Loudbeard. Talk about UCF.
Talk about LeBron driving into
Mrs.
the
Golden
hole.
Mike's like, yeah,
Driving
yeah,
into
talk
the
about
hole.
UCF.
Something
Talk
is
about UCF.
terribly wrong with you guys.
Talk about how the defensive line penetrated into the backfield.
You guys are off, man.
Talk
Seriously.
about my tight end.
All right, Pitt.
Talk about the ground and pound.
I want to be a
The
wide
ground and
receiver.
pound of
Stop
UFC fighters.
Just stop it. Just stop. Something's really wrong with you guys.
Tell me how.
Smokes.
Tell me
No,
how
stop.
Khabib
No.
took. Tell me how Khabib took his back.
No, stop. Stop.
Uh,
Stop it. No,
it's time for that 7th inning stretch.
let it roll, bro.
Let it
Stop.
stretch.
No, no, no,
Ooh, time to bring in the relief pitcher.
no. What? Motherfucker. I would shoot you.
Oh man.
I would shoot you, bro.
Well, you know,
No.
I've been coming to save a game from now and again.
Nigga, what?
Your game needs saving, brother.
I will pull this shit out of this popping on the table right fucking now, all right?
Uh,
I'm gonna watch it.
I don't have a table that small.
Shit, this table's A.
Put that back. Put that shit back away. God, where's my microscope?
I swear to God.
Fucking magnifying glass. What is that?
I swear,
Fucking Tootsie Roll?
I swear to
That's not even one of the extra long Tootsie Rolls. That's like a regular sized Tootsie Roll cut in half.
I swear to God.
Damn, Anthony. Shit, you
Oh,
you a shower or a grower? I can't even tell. Neither?
I'm not participating in this.
They call him the Black Mamba without the Mamba.
I'm not participating.
All
Hey,
right.
so we're talking about. Since we're talking about. Wow.
I love it when Anthony shows us funny pictures on the radio. Why don't you tweet that out right now? Tweet it out.
That we can't even tweet. If you want this picture, direct message man with the golden mic at Max Scout Team. Direct message, he'll DM it to you.
It's probably pretty similar to all the other DMs that all the ladies out there in the world get.
Y'all gonna stop fucking with me, all right? I'm just saying.
So we're talking about first dates. There's been a nasty divorce in the NFL Football League, and it's all over the tabloids, Loudbeard.
Tell me about it.
It's Hugh Jackson, Baker Mayfield.
Mm.
It's gone public. Now, what's the full story on this? I didn't see the game. He didn't shake his hand, or he said Hugh Jackson is fake. I kind of came in late on this story, Loudbeard.
It looks like he shook his hand, but he kind of went in like for like a hug, and Baker was kind of like,
Yeah.
stay there, bro.
We ain't homies like that.
Yeah.
They did Hugh wrong, man. They did Hugh wrong. But I will say that
Not so sure
Baker
about
Mayfield
that.
is becoming the savior of Cleveland. Now that LeBron's gone, Baker Mayfield has got to be the most popular sports athlete, especially now that Kyle Korver is gone.
Oh.
Baker Mayfield
okay.
is by far the most popular sports athlete in all of Cleveland because he's coming in with some swag. He's throwing shade at Hugh. He's saying all the right things, and fans are loving it. Now, fans of sports are like, oh, this guy's kind of douchey. Fans of Cleveland are like, that is our guy. We want him. We want to continue to win with this guy, ride or die. He's everything we thought Johnny Manziel could be, but he can actually play football. He is exactly what the Cleveland Browns needed.
I don't think he's douchey at all. I think he's just got the swag, man.
Special level of confidence. That's what he's got.
It is what it is, right, man? I mean, you want your quarterback to have a little chip on his shoulder. So, no.
He's kind of like a Colt McCoy light.
You keep trying, don't you? Like, you try hard, but it just doesn't work. Nah, man, I never had a problem with Colt. I mean, God dang it, you got me saying Colt. God damn it. I
Colt
never had a
45.
problem with Baker.
That's my guy.
Being Baker. I like his swag. I like his approach to stuff. I don't have a problem with him at all. Be competitive. Be you, man.
Well, they asked if he wanted to apologize for saying or doing anything, and here was his response. Oh.
Oh, you've got the volume turned all the way down, just like the morning show.
No. People took it as me personally attacking you. That's not it. It's the fact that I get to have my own opinion on how it transpired, and he gets to do what he wants. That's how it is. Although I'm an athlete, I'm not a cookie cutter quarterback. Never have been, never will be. I speak my mind. That's just how I am. So I didn't like the move, and people don't have to care.
Jerry.
We have to stick together and play together.
Oh man, alive!
What just happened there?
Something's wrong with you.
I'm just a quarterback. I'm not a cookie cutter quarterback. I'm just a quarterback. I'm not your average, everyday, regular, run of the mill Joe type of quarterback. I'm a cookie cutter, not quarterback. And they call me Baker.
I like it, man.
I'm from the country.
I like it. I've always liked Baker, man. Even when people were giving flack about some of the.
I'm from Oklahoma before there was a guy that was black named Kyler.
I thought, dude, you know what the truth is? I thought you said Skyler.
No, there's no recanting.
No,
you
I'm
was live
just saying,
on the radio.
I thought you said Skyler. And I'm like, who the hell is Skyler, bro? I don't know.
Kyler.
Kyler Murray.
He is light skinned though.
Oh wow, we're going there.
He's lighter than me.
I think he's pretty light skinned, right? Yeah. He's lighter than you, yeah.
So he's light skinned. Anybody lighter than me is light skinned.
I mean, those names like Kyler and Anthony, those are names. Like you're like, oh,
Anthony's Italian, fool.
Yeah. How many black Italians you know? Is that a thing? I don't know that many.
I'm pretty sure it is the thing.
No, I'm sure. Like
maybe we should change it. Antonio.
I'm pretty sure some Italians that are black that are named Anthony.
I mean, they're right there next to Africa, so
yeah.
Like.
What?
You know what?
Who brought this shit up?
Back in the day when white people.
Do you think they call them African Italians?
Probably not.
We're the only people that just do stupid stuff like that, right?
Stupid. Bro. But back in the day, man, remember white people, Italians used to say, "We're not white, we're Italian."
Yeah.
We're like, no, you're
do you remember Inglourious Bastards when they pretended to be Italian?
We Italian.
I love Italians.
Now, see here, Donnie Nerkowitz, he knows second most Italian. I know the first most. And he doesn't know any Italian, so he's just going to be a deaf mute. And then when they get there, he's like, "Si. Grazie."
Grazie.
He's got that. It's one of the best movies of all time.
It's a very underrated movie. When you watch it, it's good on so many different levels.
Yeah, it's fun.
Hey, Bear Jew. Got us a Nazi who wants to die for his country. Oblige him. Oh,
Yeah.
so great.
Yeah, that was a good movie. I'm gonna watch.
I'm a
Inglourious Basterds.
big Quentin Tarantino fan.
I'm gonna watch Inglourious Basterds.
So many of his movies are really good.
I have
Kill
not
Bill.
watched Hateful Eight yet, though.
I liked it. It was good.
I
it was
heard
a good movie.
The only reason why I haven't watched it is because I heard bad reviews, and I don't want to have like.
No,
it's
it's
not
worth it.
bad,
Okay, so it's
bro.
good.
It's worth
Oh,
it.
yeah.
All right, so it's
oh,
worth it.
absolutely.
All right.
Tarantino, man.
It's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
Some people
I
make
thoroughly
stinkers.
enjoyed
Every
it.
once in a while,
Bro,
there'll be a stinker.
You have to watch that this weekend. We have to talk about it.
All right.
Right after you watch Prince of Egypt.
Hey, bro, don't be messing with my movie, man.
Hey, whatever works for you. You got a little bit of the lovin'. You got a little
nice
bit of the,
long movie,
that night. Whoop, whoop. We called it a bunt to first base.
Yeah.
And then since it was his first
he
time,
got
it
upper
was
knee.
quickly.
Whoa.
No,
I didn't
no,
say
no.
Or
anything
was it like a
that.
slide whistle?
All
I
right.
didn't say anything like that, but
All right.
watch it.
This is what it sounded like.
Never. Ever.
So
Never.
you pulled it out, you put it on the table, and she was all like,
Put it on the table and the earth shook. Boom. We heard it, God damn it.
I didn't hear anything.
You heard
I'm
it.
just laughing at you laughing. I'm laughing at you laughing at something that didn't happen. I don't even know what happened.
30 seconds in, and then it was.
He's like, record. World record. Call Guinness.
Never.
Call him. Record breaker.
Never. Ever.
No, you never, ever. This this thing on? Is this thing on? 15 seconds later.
And then a moose came in, and he got hungry for salad. And then it was all right. Doesn't that moose salad? Moose salad. Yummy, yummy.
Anthony Mack, the man with the golden mic, sitting here. He's wondering, did you have my bedroom surveilled?
Bro.
Is this live?
Something's really wrong with you guys.
Is he done? Oh, no, he's not done. Let him finish.
That's what she said.
Oh, God.
What is wrong with you guys, man?
Is he done?
Seriously.
Oh, God. Get that moose a cigarette.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm beat. Wrecked him. Damn near killed him.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Why do I hang out with you guys?
Anthony, stop that. What are you doing over there?
Why do I hang out with these guys? I promise you.
You need to be a little bit more appropriate on the radio. We're gonna get fined.
We're going to get kicked off the radio.
We're gonna get kicked off the radio waves.
Hefe, this isn't me, man. I promise you. I'm the responsible one. I mean, semi-responsible one.
Yeah, he's the one that shows up on time every morning for the morning show.
Yeah.
I've been there.
But one day in a row. He's got one day.
One day in a row, baby. Boom, I'm there.
Boom. Call Guinness.
Hefe, still, I'm the responsible one. These guys are just crazy.
If
This
he
isn't
goes
me.
Monday through Friday, every day in a row, he'll be 5-7.
Can I give or ask for a special request from you, Chris America?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you play that song we listened to last Wednesday night?
Actually, I got another song.
Oh, do it.
Oh, can we listen to it now?
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
We need some
Oh,
jams.
wait. I deleted my Facebook.
Oh, did
Delete
you?
Facebook.
Somebody go to my Facebook page. I'll find it.
Hey,
Pull up your Facebook.
Last Wednesday was the day before Thanksgiving, you clown.
Don't get mad. I got you blocked.
That's fine. Just unblock me real quick. I've been blocked before.
Good God.
Oh, you got that picture of next quarterback up.
What?
Next.
I'm going to have to find it on YouTube because Facebook does this thing now where they put a commercial in the middle of the video. It's dumb as hell.
Yeah. Facebook.
All right. Well, you do you, and we will carry the show. All right. I'm gonna go get a beer.
Here it
Anthony,
is,
you
here
got
it is.
this?
What are we talking about?
Hold on. Wait. Let me get my beer first.
What is that? What is that? What is that? Not playing with you.
All right, let me see if I can find this video on YouTube.
Wait, what is that?
I am the baddest man of them all.
I don't. It's true. He's not. Not even close. He's wearing a Gator sweater.
All right, here we go.
It's not cold. It's chump.
This one goes out to all the ladies out there.
Froggy Fresh 2012. Yeah. We back up in this. Y'all already know.
The video makes it a little better.
'Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, 'cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. You know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, 'cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. I had to fight my whole life.
Me too, bro.
You up, even if you had 1,000 knives.
Oh, 1,000
even
knives.
If you had infinity knives.
Infinity
Punch
knives.
You up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, 'cause you're scared of the dark. 'Cause you stink like a fart.
You stink
Well,
like a
I to
fart.
Fart on fire with my rhymes. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too.
He just missed the best part Anthony did.
So many girls.
Hey,
I got this song on repeat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls.
West Side.
I have 400 cars.
400 of them.
400
Matchbox,
stars
son.
and 400 guitars. I have 400 houses. I have 400 mouses and 400 houses.
400 mouses.
Mouses, yo. Now, is that computer mouse or just the mouse
2
mouse?
plus 2.
I think
It's
is it
four.
Mises
It's 4.
Should it be
No,
Mises?
Oh,
shut
shit.
the
2 plus
door,
2 is 4?
'cause Nobody wants to see your face no
And
more.
more.
I'm tough as nails. You're slower than a snail. I beat up every single person in jail.
Every single
I dare
person
you
in
to
jail.
try and punch me. My face is so hard you'll say, ouch, you crunched me. I fought 2 lions and 1.
Yes.
And I don't even carry a gun, but I never run. But I,
I
never
never
run.
run.
But I never run. But I never run. I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. You know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stacks, I bet you that she calls. Fresh. I already told you back up in this.
Froggy Fresh.
2012 to infinity.
To infinity, y'all.
Get out of here.
He loves infinity.
Peace.
It's a great number, man. Hey, you know what? That shit's still better than Machine Gun Kelly.
Ouch.
Yeah, I said it. Yo, and you know what else I gotta
didn't even
say?
know who he was,
What
so
was his
Eminem
name?
dissed him.
Dougie Fresh or something?
Who? No, not Dougie Fresh.
Funky
No.
Fresh? What was his name?
Froggy Fresh.
Froggy Fresh?
Froggy
Froggy Fresh.
Yo.
Dougie Fresh.
Dougie Fresh, bro.
He's like
Froggy,
80s.
Froggy Fresh, man. Yo, save some pussy for the rest of us, bro. Like, why are you hogging it all over there, man?
He smashes it first, and then he gives us whatever he feels like we deserve as leftovers.
I don't think that's true at all.
We're like the damn dog at Thanksgiving, man. We get whatever scraps are left over, man.
I'm not so sure.
Now, cranberry sauce, overrated or a special treat?
Does it have triple sec in it?
No, straight from the can.
I've never had.
Oh, we had some of that this past
Ooh.
Thanksgiving.
That's a
With
good
triple
idea.
sec?
Mm-hmm.
The drunken chef is getting ideas. The gears are turning inside of his
What
head.
kind of triple sec?
I don't know. I didn't make it. I just heard there was triple sec in it. Tasted a little spiky. Had a little kick to it.
Now, was it like gelled up or was it?
No,
just-
no. I mean, they
just
made it.
cut?
They got cranberries and it was homemade.
Ah, that's interesting.
He's
Isn't
gonna go
that
home and start
interesting,
googling
though?
triple sec
That's interesting.
cranberry sauce recipes.
Gonna Google that right now. We ain't doing nothing.
We ain't got nothing going on. All right, so the breakup between McCarthy and the Packers, is that imminent?
It's got to be. McCarthy's got to be gone. Packers need to just pull the trigger, get this guy out of here.
Is there anything short of winning a Super Bowl that this guy can do to save his job?
I guess if he goes on a deep playoff run, everything's forgiven.
Now, do you think they'll
No,
even
it's
give
not.
him credit for it, or they'll just say, "Oh, look at Aaron Rodgers, is the greatest guy in the world"?
Honestly, I'm high on Aaron Rodgers, but the more and more that they suck, it's harder to just consider this guy one of the greats in the game right now. There are so many other better quarterbacks that you can talk about right now than Aaron Rodgers. If you look at this season alone, there's at least 5 guys that you'd be like, I would take over Aaron Rodgers in a heartbeat. At least 5.
We saw
possibly 10. Honestly, I could name 10 quarterbacks right now I would take.
Listen, we saw
Lamar Jackson.
We saw a guy like Alex Smith go from one playoff contending team, the team that he made a playoff contending, go to another team that wasn't in the playoffs last year and turn them into a playoff contending team until he got hurt.
Yes. Can Aaron Rodgers say he did that?
Well, his team last year didn't make the playoffs, and he's playing this year, and they're not making the playoffs.
Are you really like, oh, Alex Smith is better than Aaron Rodgers?
Alex Smith is a winner. I'm just putting it out there. No, his stats aren't as flashy, but he is able to control the game. He doesn't have that many turnovers, and he does enough to win games. He did it with the Chiefs, and he was doing it with the Redskins. He is underrated. Okay, I joke around with the top 5 stuff, but Alex Smith does not get the credit he deserves because some of the flashiness that Aaron Rodgers has. But I didn't talk about this on our morning show when we talk about Aaron Rodgers, but in my opinion, Aaron Rodgers is not a leader, and that is why he is failing right now. McCarthy,
go ahead.
I was going to say, McCarthy is not a great leader, and then you don't have a quarterback that is leading. He's got all this drama with his family that comes out. He's got a lot of his teammates, they like him, but he's not like a rah-rah, like get
they
these
like
guys
him because
going.
he's good.
Yeah, they like exactly. Not because he's a nice guy or that he's like cool.
A team leader.
Right. They like him because he invited one of them on a commercial, and they're all hoping that they get him on a discount double check commercial.
Now, you made like 6 great points. I'm going to make a 7th point, and we're going to go 7 ways to Aaron Rodgers is kind of like Kurt Angle when he's doing the stand-up ankle lock. Sometimes he can get the submission. Sometimes he misses the playoffs. Where the last several years, Alex Smith is Kurt Angle, drops to the mat, lock it up. This ankle lock is going down.
That's what I'm trying to say.
7 ways.
That's what I'm
Aaron
trying
Rodgers
to say.
to Kurt Angle ankle lock. Did it. Boom.
Boom.
Pit down your beers, both of you. You guys have been drinking too much.
I think
he's not a leader.
Just stop.
I think it's kind of like the mythology of Aaron Rodgers is sort of fading a little bit.
This is all bull. Sports media, whoever's listening out there, don't listen to Kyle Loudbeard or Chris America, because all they're trying to do is either get Aaron Rodgers over to the Panthers or over to the Redskins. They're trying to discredit and discount my boy the way they can get him for cheap.
Why would I want Aaron Rodgers when I have a quarterback who's been to the Super Bowl?
It's not happening.
All right,
we're not doing it.
I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions here. This is going to be
Jackrabbits.
We're going to talk about this season and this season alone. And I'm going to talk about this season, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and I want you to answer honestly. Anthony Mack, the man with the golden mic, if you had Drew Brees on your team or Aaron Rodgers, if you had the choice between the two, who would you rather have on your team this year?
Listen.
Answer the question honestly.
Do I have a running back? Do I have a coach that's actually going to coach? And do I have a decent offensive coordinator?
I asked the question. Answer the question.
I'm taking Rodgers, you clown.
All right. Chris America. I'm not going to ask Anthony any more questions because he's just going to tell me what he thinks that I want to hear, and it's not fair.
You're a clown.
We're going to be honest right now. I want you to be honest with me.
I'm going to hit him.
I'm going to say a couple quarterbacks. We'll start again with Drew Brees. Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers? Who do you take?
This season, I take Drew Brees. And Drew Brees has that leadership value that I don't think Aaron Rodgers has quite got down yet.
All right. So if you were going to take Aaron Rodgers or Patrick Mahomes, who would you take this year?
I think Anthony wants you to flash your breast right now because he's swinging. He's swinging beads.
I'm gonna hit him with these beads.
I'm asking you a simple question. Would you take Patrick Mahomes or Aaron Rodgers?
Oh, Patrick Mahomes.
All right. So that's 2. This year, based off of performance this year.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm not going to go with the obvious one. I could say Tom Brady. I'm not going to do this. This isn't a soft. I'm going to give you a tough one here. Jared Goff or Aaron Rodgers this year, who would you take?
I'd go Aaron Rodgers.
You would go Aaron Rodgers. There you go. 2-1.
Because you do mention how Jared Goff is a little bit of a system guy. I think if you put Aaron Rodgers on the Rams, they definitely do the same exact thing they're doing now.
All right, so former MVP Cam Newton or Aaron Rodgers, who do you take this year?
This year, I got to go Cam.
All right.
I
so
mean,
now
he's
we're
number
3-1.
2. He's also been to the Super Bowl more recently than Aaron Rodgers has been. So
Yeah.
He also didn't die for that ball, but whatever.
yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So continuing on.
J.R. Smith.
How about this? Now we're talking about top quarterbacks in the league. One that we were a little low on the beginning of the year, but how well he has played. Andrew Luck, with nothing around him, taking the Colts on some winning streaks, or Aaron Rodgers.
I mean, I would say based off of just this year alone, it would have to be Andrew Luck.
All right, so Andrew Luck will take. So one more. This is just one more question for you. If you had, based off of this year's performance, Phillip Rivers,
Yeah.
or Aaron Rodgers, who would you take?
Phillip Rivers, hands down.
All right, that's 5 quarterbacks right there against the one. And Jared Goff is probably a borderline better than Aaron Rodgers this year. I don't need to go through the entire league. I mean, Lamar Jackson, Anthony Mack, would you take Lamar Jackson or Aaron Rodgers right now?
Oh, we're still talking about this.
Would you take Lamar Jackson or Aaron Rodgers right now? And I just want you to know that Lamar Jackson has got 100% winning streak starting games in the NFL this season.
So what? What are you talking about?
Lamar
Man, I'm not talking about this with you, bro.
or Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. I don't care what you say, man.
Nope, read the
Back-
sign. Read
back
the
up,
sign. You don't
man.
go to my fucking house and you say that.
Hey, fuck that GOAT.
Read the
man.
sign.
Fuck that
Read the
goat.
sign. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck that GOAT.
God damn it.
man.
Why you
He's
with a goat? What kind of goat is he? He's a lame goat.
Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. And anybody who needed a quarterback would love to have Aaron Rodgers. If you have a quarterback
fucking
now,
hate
you will
the
want Aaron
Patriots. I
Rodgers.
hate Tom Brady, but Tom Brady is the GOAT. You can't even say that shit in here. You know
Yes,
that's
I
not
can.
true.
Yes, I can. Aaron Rodgers.
This is
a
with
better
my
quarterback.
hatred for the Patriots. I have to say Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Then you don't
Because
really hate
I'm a real journalist. I'm a real reporter here. I'm
That's
a
what you're
sports
doing?
broadcaster. I'm telling you the real deal, and the real deal is
Whatever.
that Aaron Rodgers is no GOAT.
Whatever, man.
He is no GOAT.
Whatever, dude. You trying to discant my quarterback so he can go to Washington?
Yeah, okay,
next
he
year.
discount
It's
double
not
checks
happening.
himself. Okay,
It's
I don't
not
need to do
happening.
anything.
It's not happening. Staying with Green Bay. He's the man. We're gonna fire McCarthy. We're gonna win a Super Bowl. Period. We're done.
All right.
All right,
so
Deshaun Watson or Aaron Rodgers.
We're done.
All kidding aside, obviously I think Aaron Rodgers is still one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. That's not a question.
I'm still gonna hit him with these bees.
The thing I don't like about Aaron Rodgers is everybody's like, oh, if you're going to build a team around a quarterback, it's got to be Aaron Rodgers. If you want a 2-minute drive done right, you need Aaron Rodgers. If you want to win on the road, you got to have Aaron Rodgers. And it's not the case this year. He's
People-
had so many 2-minute drives. He's had
Defenses
so
have
many.
prepared for him. They've had years to prepare for him.
So you don't.
we don't have
Tom
another
Brady's been
weapon
in the
now.
league since 2000. You don't
Tom
think
Brady's
defenses?
always had weapons around him.
No,
yes,
who?
he has. Yes,
Who?
he has.
Name
Even-
a wide receiver that is other than Randy Moss, and now I guess you could say Brandon Cooks. Name another wide receiver that Tom Brady has had that has left the Patriots, and you were like, man, Deion Branch is lighting the world on fire.
Deion
who is
Wes
it?
Branch was a
Welker, Danny
decent
Amendola,
Danny Amendola.
Julian Edelman. These guys are world beaters.
Listen, man. Listen. Aaron Rodgers is the GOAT. Okay?
Would you say Jordy Nelson? If you remove Randy Moss, would you say Jordy Nelson is better than any other wide receiver that Tom Brady has had?
I'm not falling into this trap.
What about Greg Jennings?
Hashtag fire McCarthy. That's all I'm saying. Fire
I mean,
McCarthy.
I can't even name you Patriot running backs because they are that non-existent, that no name, that unheard of. That
Garrett Blunt.
like
Hold on.
Corey, is it Corey Dillon?
Corey
Yeah.
Dillon.
Corey
Yeah,
Dillon's
Corey
the
Dillon.
only
Matt
running back.
Dillon, the
Matt-
actor.
Yeah,
Corey
that's Matt
Dillon.
Damon.
No,
There's a Matt Dillon.
too.
Yeah,
Is there Matt Dillon?
yeah,
There's a Matt Dillon.
yeah. Party of 5. So real quick, I just want to shout out a good friend of mine. His name is Evan. He was listening in. He just texted me. He said, loving the show tonight. I said, it would be better if the man with the golden mic would stop hating on Aaron Rodgers so much. But I appreciate you listening in, Evan. We're going to keep this rolling. If you want to text me and let me know how awful the man with the golden mic is about Aaron Rodgers, you can. I'm okay with that. But, Evan, thank you so much for listening in.
You say fire McCarthy. I say free Aaron. Stop giving Aaron the excuses. Let him go to New England. Let him go. Let him go to San Francisco. Let him go to L.A.
Now I have a serious question.
Send him to a team with a good offensive-minded guy.
Get out of here.
We're gonna do trivia real quick. Who has more Super Bowl rings, Eli Manning or Aaron Rodgers?
That would be Eli Manning.
Enough said. Case closed. Argument settled.
Who's been to more Super Bowls, Jim Kelly or Aaron Rodgers?
Jim Kelly.
It's true.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Argument settled.
It's been settled.
Oh, man. So here, this is
Who's
something
better?
I want to tell you. Colin Cowherd, I listened to him earlier today. He's one of the talking heads in the sports media, but he had a great stat that I want to throw at you. And stats don't lie. You can't make this shit up. He said that Aaron Rodgers is now 0 for 37 when they go into the fourth quarter trailing, even if only by 1 point, to teams with winning records. He is 0 for 37. So we talk about him being clutch and being able to come back. It's against losing teams. Going into the fourth quarter, Aaron Rodgers is 0 and 37 against teams with winning records at the time that he is playing them.
That is worse than LeBron James' record in the finals.
That's much worse than LeBron James' record in the finals. Much worse.
0 and 37 against teams with winning record.
That have a lead going into the fourth quarter.
Listen, again, I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers isn't really good. Anybody who knows football knows Aaron Rodgers is really good at being a quarterback. But as far as being that it guy, having that it factor, he just doesn't have it. He doesn't. We can sit here and talk about how great he is. We can sit here and say all these things. But it's just like the same with LeBron James. I can't look past the records. I can't look past all the failures. I can't look past all of the clutch moments where they come up short. There are those who have it, and there are those who just have great skill sets. And right now, Aaron Rodgers just has the great skill set, but he doesn't have it. He doesn't have what Tom Brady has. Does Aaron Rodgers have more skills, physical skills of being a quarterback? Is he a better passer? Sure. Why not? There's a ton of guys that look better at throwing the football, have better arm strength, have better accuracy, but they don't have it that Tom Brady has. I just don't.
I have to 100% agree with you. There is no way that you can say that Aaron Rodgers is a better quarterback than Tom Brady. Tom Brady has something that Aaron Rodgers will never have, and that is all the rings, all the success, all the runs. And, yeah, you can say maybe it's the coach. Let's fire McCarthy. I get what you're saying, but guess what? That's going to live and be part of his legacy. With LeBron James, we could say, oh, maybe it was Spoelstra. That's why he lost those 2 in Miami. Oh, maybe it was Ty Lue. Maybe that's why they lost those. Maybe it was David Blatt. Maybe it was Mike Brown. Maybe it was any of those guys. But you can come up with all the excuses that you want. Players that are clutch and have that it, and I'm saying the elite top, the guys that are just phenomenal world record holder, just can't be beat guys like Tom Brady, they're it. Aaron Rodgers, he has been close, but he does not have it.
I mean, what is the number one criticism of Tom Brady's Super Bowl wins? What do people always they always qualify it by saying, "Oh, he always wins close. They always need a field goal kick and everything else." But they're right. He has had to drive the ball at the end of the game and get the ball into field goal range. And that is something that Aaron Rodgers, against teams with winning records, is 0 for 37 in doing.
Now I have a question for you. How many would he have won if he hadn't have met his kryptonite known as Eli Manning? Tom Brady would have even won more.
Yeah, probably.
He would have even won more if it wasn't for kryptonite.
I mean, if Brett Favre doesn't throw the interception in 2007, to the Giants, do the Patriots beat the Packers? You're the Packer fan. Do you think the Patriots would have beaten that Packer team in 2007?
Have we gone too far?
I stopped listening to you guys.
Well, okay, so re-listen now. In 2007, Brett Favre, you guys were right there, right at the cusp. NFC Championship game. The game is in Lambeau.
Giants, right?
To the Giants. He throws the interception. Game over. Do you think that team would have beaten that undefeated Patriots team?
2007, Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers was on the bench that year, wasn't he? He was sitting right behind him,
Yep.
wasn't he? I don't know. Tough to say. I want to say yes because Brett Favre was playing pretty decent that year. He wasn't.
I don't remember how good you would know how good your defense was. Obviously, the Giants beat that Patriots team because their defense was so locked down.
I don't think we had a better defense than the Giants that year. I'm just being honest.
So you think it would have had to come down to like a little bit of a shootout?
Yeah, I think we had just lost our nose tackle that year.
When you think about it, that is kind of a great matchup that we missed out on. Brett Favre, retirement game. That's how they would have built it.
Yeah,
Brett Favre versus Tom Brady, undefeated record
That's
versus
the way they were going for it anyway. Remember?
Undefeated record versus legacy.
Yeah, that would have been a decent game. That would have been an awesome game. No, I don't think we had a better defense than the Giants that year, though. That Giants defense was pretty good.
No, you shut down that Patriots offense like they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Tom Brady and Randy Moss were just breaking record after record, just embarrassing the NFL.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It would have been a good game, but I'm not sure our defense would have been able to do what the Giants did to them. So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I've got breaking news here. I want to share this with you guys. It's a very good story. I'm going to do this as an early hashtag Oprah Solid because I feel like this is the breaking news that we need to break on our show. This is what the listeners want to hear. Tim Tebow is back in the news.
God damn.
Yes.
Dude, stop.
Tim Tebow is saying that his NFL career ended a little bit too early because he can still play.
What?
Tim Tebow thinks his NFL career ended prematurely because the ex-Heisman Trophy winner says that when he watches football now, he still thinks, I can totally do that. That's a Tim Tebow thing to say. Speaking about how hard it was to give up his pigskin career on the Journeys of Faith with Paula Ferris podcast. Why he's not on our podcast, only God knows. Like, literally, only God knows. Tebow said it's still difficult to swallow. That's what she said. Because he thinks he can still ball.
Swallow ball.
It's still hard sometimes.
You're going too far.
When I watch games,
No.
I'm thinking I can totally do that. Yep, there you go, and there you go. Okay,
That's what she said.
It's never too late to do that. I'm thinking I can totally do that, or I can be doing this, or playing here, or crushing that.
That's what she said.
Of course. Tim's tenure in the league officially ended back in 2015 after he completed just 47.9% of his career pass attempts. But Tebow ain't bitter about the whole deal, saying that while the NFL didn't go all that as planned, he thinks it paved the way for his tremendous baseball career.
Yes.
I added the word tremendous because that's what he deserved.
Home run Timmy.
And this is where God comes into play because Tim Tebow says, I think God used the highs and the lows for a purpose, and you try to embrace that, and you say, okay, God, what do you want me to do with this? And he opened up baseball as his avenue. So Tim Tebow, yes, you can still play. I see a little highlight here that I need to just mention. As for that whole football thing, most would disagree with Tim's take. But then again, have you seen Nathan Peterman throw the football these days? And that's how this article ends.
That's what she said.
It would be a little bit more interesting to see how Tim Tebow would operate now that the NFL has gone into these RPOs, these very, very spread-oriented type offenses now. The NFL had dragged their feet so much with this whole spread offense concept. And I really think they got to credit McVay, and your boy Shanahan, and just bringing that to light, bringing these RPOs in to now everyone's doing them. Everyone who has a
RPO,
quarterback.
it's like the new UPS,
Yeah,
just
it is.
delivering that package.
And they talk about how, like, oh, there's always been RPOs around. Like, no, not like it is now. Like, you got the Kansas City Chiefs basically running the Texas Tech offense.
That's what she said.
That made
Just say it. Just say it.
it made no sense.
That's what she said.
When she saw your wiener.
Why do you always have to go, dude? Like, why you always got to go to my pants? Like, are you okay? Like, look, you don't have to compare your masculinity to mine, okay? I'm pretty sure she's satisfied with what you got, okay? Keep it over there, bro. You don't have to worry about what's over here, okay? I'm good.
That's what she said.
That's exactly what she said.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That's why he uses the little blue pill.
Don't use a little blue pill, bro. Don't need.
Why are you whispering?
I'm just letting you know.
Hey, so talking about rivalry week, what was the final score of that Gators? Seminoles game?
You want to go there? Dude?
I got an Oprah solid. Since you kind of gave an Oprah solid, here's my Oprah solid.
It's not that time.
A Gator fan wrote a check to the Florida State Seminoles athletic department, signed it and everything, wrote a check for $41.14, and in the note where it says, "What is this for?" For Willie Taggart contract extension.
Worth every penny. Here, I just want an honest
Oprah
conversation
solid
with
that guy.
you.
God, man.
Willie Taggart. I know you're ride or die with this guy. But if you go, what are you guys this year? 3-10?
5-7.
Whatever you are. 5-7.
They are 5-7 University, FSU.
If you go 5-7 again next year, would you still say Willie Taggart's your future?
We'll have to see.
No, this is a hypothetical.
I'm
if you
saying
go
we'll have
5-7 for the second year in a row, missing bowl games twice after going 36 years in a row, after having great coaches like Jimbo Fisher and Bobby Bowden, could you still stomach another season 5-7 with Willie Taggart?
Another 41-14 loss to the Gators.
I like
Just throwing
Willie
that out
Taggart.
there.
We will have to see. We will have to see the progression.
That would be zero progression. That would be exactly the same team, 5-7.
Remember,
would you at that point as a fan say, okay, this sucks. We need somebody that's going to win?
Remember I said that he had questions that he had to answer.
Obviously, UCF's out recruiting him.
I mean, I hear what he's saying. Like, yes, they'll go 5-7, but if they progress by losing to Clemson 49-20 instead of 59-10, they've gotten better.
Right.
I mean, it still counts as a loss, but there is improvement.
40-14 against the Gators, a loss.
Yeah, that's a huge
vast
improvement.
improvement from what they did this year. I'm just saying, honestly, if my coach was doing as poorly as yours was, I would be like, well, yeah, let's wait and see. But if he plays this team as bad as they did this year, I'm out. I'm out, and we need a new guy.
His first year, his second year, you guys want to just get rid of people. That's why the Orlando Magic suck now, because we started a cycle a long time ago when we got rid of Doc Rivers. And
it's not about coaches in the NBA, though. The NBA is about superstars. Football is different because you have so many guys, especially college football. You got 90 guys.
Coaching matters.
Can I ask you this? Can I ask you this?
Go ahead.
Should you fire your offensive line coach?
Yes.
Like, that should have happened already. Like,
he
USC is handing out pink slip after pink. Like,
yeah, he should go.
I don't know what the moving and storage company is out in USC, but they're making a lot of money right now.
Now, the offensive line guy should go because you had the first game and then you had the third game to get it right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you still can't have the same problems moving forward. You know, it's weak. It's the end of the season. They should have learned how to block by now.
I would like to take credit for all of those sacks, but I'm sitting here watching that Gator game, and you got guys just standing straight up. Left tackle, right tackle, just stand up, and then the Gator player kind of like stops and like, okay, I'll go run around you.
All season, they've been discombobulated, confused, whatever it is. They've been standing up all season not reading their keys. So yes, the offensive line coach absolutely should go. Willie has some onus on that because he's the head coach, but he has time to make it correct. He has time to fix it.
So this isn't just us hating. We're not, so you know, we're not Seminole haters here.
Yes, you are.
I tagged you. I don't think you responded, but I was listening to College Credit Hour with Memphis Spence. You can listen to him every weekday but Thursdays from noon to 2 on 12-Ounce Sports Radio. And he said the floor for FSU this year and Willie Taggart next year is 8-4. Do you agree with that take?
I would love to be 8-4. I wouldn't.
Well, I mean, if at 5-7, yeah.
Yes, I would love to be 8-4. I wouldn't be surprised if we were at 500. I wouldn't be surprised if we went 10-1. Seriously, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Willie has the potential.
Did you really just predict a hurricane cancellation game?
He did. In the state of Florida, that's actually not a bold prediction.
That's actually not a bold.
UCF's gotten 2 in a row.
Yeah,
Miami's gotten 1. Yeah, like we're pretty good with that's a fair prediction.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He really just wants that Hurricanes game canceled so he doesn't have to see them lose
honestly,
to them.
if Florida State came out and
Miami's not back.
If Florida
They're canceled.
State went out and went 10-2 next year, I would be surprised.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised.
Here's what needs to happen.
If it stayed the same, if it got better, or even if it got worse. But I'm still going to stick with him because we need time to get it better. It's our turn. I get it. College football is a cycle. We're good. We suck.
All right.
We're mediocre.
Give
the guy time.
What is your expectation timeline then?
Expectation timeline is 3 years. 3 years.
3 years he has to do what?
He has to get better. 3 years we have to get better.
Okay.
I'm not saying
3 years from when he started or 3 years from today.
So hold on. How is it any different from what I had with Coach Mack? Because
you
he was
fired him after 2.5 seasons.
Yeah, because we weren't getting better in year 3. So in the world of college
sticking
football,
with him all the way through year 3.
So you're gonna lose that recruiting class, so you can stick with him.
I'm sticking with him through year 3.
One of the things I loved about
3, year
Jeremy
4,
Foley said
year
is,
5.
if you're gonna do something in the future, if you know you're gonna do it in the future, just do it now and get it over with.
I'm gonna stick with my guy for 5 years.
Now it's 5?
No, I'm just saying for 3 he should be improving. But
I hope you keep him for 5 years because
I want 20.
Trash.
20 years of 5-7.
5 years from now, we're gonna be sitting here.
I'm hoping we're wrong. I'm hoping we're wrong.
Sitting here, and you're gonna be like, "God dang it, Anthony was right."
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I want my guy for 5.
I want all of these teams. Your team, Florida State Seminoles, Chris's team, the Gators, my team, the UCF Knights. I want all of them to be successful. It makes good, interesting talk between us. It's fun to watch. It's good for the state of Florida. I don't want to see Oklahoma and Texas and Alabama running the schools or running college football. Ohio State, Michigan, F them, man. These Florida schools need to be running this shit. This is what we're trying to do. Florida State let us down this year a little bit, bro. Just saying.
A little bit, a lot of it.
I mean, look, Florida
Miami
and UCF are top
Miami
10 teams right now.
Miami
UCF and Florida
too.
are top 10 teams. Miami let us down. And by the
FAU let us down.
Give me time. Give my people time. Give my Florida State.
What do you mean,
time.
my people?
That's racist, dude.
Give my people. I'm giving Willie 5 years, no matter what. He's getting 5 from me.
So if he goes 5-7 the next 3 years, you still
I'm giving
give
him 5.
All
I'm
right.
giving him 5.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just say, all right, Willie, sorry, see you later. That's not how Florida State rolls, man. That's my guy.
Any chance Florida State gets ranked in the top 25 again preseason?
No chance.
Not this year. Not this
Any
season,
chance Nebraska? I think Nebraska will be ranked top 25 week 1.
They will be, undeservedly,
Yeah.
but they will be.
Big name. Everybody's like, oh, look at how good they did towards the end of the season.
We'll see.
So we're running out of time. I'm all about keeping this train running, but it'll cut us off.
No, I think he gave us till 9:15 usually. Let me ask him.
Well, you got
I gotta roll,
20
so.
seconds. You got to roll?
Yeah.
You got to roll?
I gotta go on a date with my baby.
Oh, you do. I just
Well, it's not
okay.
a
I got
date.
one
It's
quick
not a
topic
date.
for you because I just want to bring this up because I
Go
feel like
ahead.
this is something that you would be involved with. So preseason top 25 rankings. Where did they go wrong? And Alabama and Clemson and Georgia are in the top 3 preseason. So that's good,
Yeah,
right?
that's good.
That's good.
Solid.
So Wisconsin at number 4. Total trash, right? Ohio State, not bad. Washington at 6. Not bad. Washington's, what, 11 right now?
Are they?
Yeah, because
I lost interest in Washington.
They beat Washington State this past week. They
That's
jumped
right, they
up
did.
to
That's
11.
right, they did. Oklahoma's good.
Oklahoma's good. Miami, total trash. Auburn, Penn State, Michigan State, Notre Dame, they're pretty good. Stanford, Michigan, pretty good. USC, TCU, West Virginia,
Will Greer, Fear the Greer.
Mississippi State. Wait for it. Florida State, number 19. It's been a great show. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning.
You clowns. I hate you, bro. I hate you so much, man. You'd be lucky it's Wednesday night. Fuck you guys. I'm going home.
I hope you have a good date.